What we see with children, especially young children, is that their emotions and well-being are so closely tied with their parents and their families that those relationships are the foundations for everything else.
As a pediatrician, I have the great privilege of working with families as they welcome their new babies into their home. I get to witness the joy and the awe and the unconditional love that they have for those kids. I've yet to meet a parent who didn't have and express that unconditional love. But being a parent is one of the hardest things that we are ever asked to do. It comes with sleepless nights and stress amidst that joy and awe. And when things are tough, it can be really isolating and frustrating. It would be great if we were all born with a Class A certificate in perfect parenting, but we're not. It's a learning process. And for parents who themselves were raised in abusive or neglectful households, it's particularly tough. They often have every intention of doing things differently than they experienced, but they don't know what good parenting looks like.
I spent 8 years of my life in meth addiction until I spiraled down to rock bottom. I was so scared to be in that life and so scared to get out of it. When I went to prison the last time, it was really looking into what has helped me in my life. And then I found out I was pregnant, and my friend had told me that she'd been coming to Brigid Collins and that it had helped her. She said, just give them a call and talk to them. All you need to have is a problem that you're trying to recover from. I just called and volunteered myself into the program, and they provided this place saved my life. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Brigid Collins. Really. I don't know where I'd be.
For each of us, our family is, for better or for worse, our first look at the world. What we do at Brigid Collins is we carve out the space for parents and caregivers and families to build the relationships that become the foundation children will build their lives on. We give parents the space to play with their children, interact with them, talk to them, bond with them. It's in that space that children learn to trust. They learn compassion, they learn self-reliance, and they learn how to ask for help.
I threw myself into everything at Brigid Collins. Therapy, parenting classes, growing together. I also had huge help from my parents and my family and the church. It was a lot of work. I went back to school and I graduated at the top of my class. It's the most amazing thing ever to watch them. To watch them start out of not knowing how to spell their name or not knowing how to even write the first letter of their name, and working with them, or just even watching them do it on their own. All of a sudden they get the T and the O, or they're like, hey, that's my name, or things just start connecting. And it's like, I always look at them as like little seeds in a flower pot of how like they just grow and they start sprouting out. So we went through all the foster care stuff, and it took lots of time, lots of work, but at the same time it was healing for me. I got this whole portfolio book together of all my Brigid Collins stuff, all of my therapy, all of my schooling stuff, all of these classes that I've done, all of these parenting classes that I've done, you know, everything that I've changed from the beginning to the end. And she got it, and she looked at it, and she looked at me, and she goes, this outweighs all of that. They okayed her thing, and she came back to tell us, and she's like, I have your guys' family picture that we took on my desk to remember how much it takes for a family to love a child that's not even theirs, and take them into their home and do everything in their power to get them into their home and keep them in their home.
There's this fundamental question that I think we all ask ourselves, and when we ask it as children, how it's answered becomes a huge part of who we are. Through play and exploration, through tantrums and fights with our brothers and sisters, children are always asking, am I okay? Am I loved? What we're doing is making sure that that answer is always a resounding yes.